Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the time that I was in the Miss Washington USA pageant. It was last year in October, and 2 months before it started, my mom and I had found the pageant online, and we decided that it was a good idea, and it would be a good learning experience for me to be in it, and, you know, I've done pageants before in the past, so we figured it'd be fun. So I decided about a month and a half before it started to apply, and I had to figure out all the paperwork and fill out a whole bunch of forms for this and meet with the director and things like that. And after that, we had to get into buying all the things that was needed for the pageant. Needed an evening gown, a swimsuit, and a little black dress for the opening number. So we ended up finding all of those things in time. I had a fantastically beautiful evening gown that I am still in love with to this day. And so the weekend finally arrived, and we drove to where the pageant was being held, about an hour or two from my home in Washington. And we arrived, and all around me were amazingly beautiful women, and they were all super tall and all wearing stilettos. So I instantly got nervous and became very aware of what was going on around me. And so I walked into the room with all of these pageant girls, and I instantly started meeting everyone because everyone was so sweet and so friendly, and I started meeting people, and instantly I felt more confident and less nervous. And after that, we all filled out the paperwork we needed to finish for the day, and the parents finally left. So we were left to go backstage and set up our dresses and our makeup, buy the mirrors, and just get all moved in. And right after that, after we were all set up, we were rushed on stage to go practice the formations and the walking patterns that we were going to do later that night. We got to practice once, so we ran through everyone. There was about 60 girls. We ran through everyone and their walking patterns once, and then went backstage to get ready. So the first thing we needed to put on was the little black dress for the opening number, and do our hair however we wanted, and put our sash on, which said Miss Edmonds Washington 2001 or 2011, or whoever you were. Mine said Miss Edmonds, obviously. And then the night started, and the audience started filling up, and we were waiting backstage and bonding and having a fantastic time because we were all nervous and excited, and then just an emotional roller coaster. And so we finally were put on stage, and the first thing we needed to do was to walk up to the microphone, each of us, and say our name and where we were from, and file in with the rest of the girls. So after that was finished, we ran backstage and instantly had to start changing into our swimsuits first. So after we did that, we had to run back behind stage and wait for our turns to go on stage and come off. And that took a while, and we were all anxious and nervous behind stage, but then once we got on stage, we were very calm and poised. And then off stage again, had to run back and change into our evening gowns super fast and fix our hair. Usually a lot of the girls put it up, so we had to pin up, you know, however we wanted it. We all did our own makeup and hair and fix our makeup. Usually there was darker eyeshadow, and then we headed backstage again and single file did our walk on stage and walked off and finished that part, and then the judging was being done, and so we filed back on stage as a group, and we waited in the stands for them to call off the top 10. And once they did that, it was another emotional roller coaster, and those girls went on to the finals, and eventually Miss Washington was picked the next day, and it was a fantastic learning experience. I met a lot of amazing people, and the woman who won Miss Washington is a fantastic person, and it was just all around a fantastic experience, and I am so glad I did it, and I plan on doing it again.